In the world of cinema, certain characters transcend the boundaries of time and culture, becoming iconic figures that define entire genres. Among these, the Blind Swordsman Zatoichi stands as one of the most beloved and enduring characters in Japanese film history. The Tale of Zatoichi, released in 1962, not only introduced audiences to this legendary figure, but also set the stage for a franchise that would span decades, cementing Zatoichi as a symbol of honor, justice, and action. In this video, we will explore the story of the Tale of Zatoichi, delving into its narrative, characters, themes, and legacy. We'll also uncover what makes this film a cornerstone of classic Japanese cinema and why the Blind Swordsman still resonates with audiences worldwide. The Tale of Zatoichi is set in the period of Edo-era Japan, a time when the samurai code of honor and the rigid social hierarchy ruled society. The film opens in a land where the disparity between the oppressed and the powerful is palpable. It is in this world that we meet Zatoichi, a blind man who is far more than just a simple traveler or a humble master as his outward appearance suggests. This narrative takes place against the backdrop of a Japan filled with powerful yakuza, corrupt officials, and lonely villages, where the lawlessness often forces the common people to rely on their own sense of justice. Zatoichi's world is one of constant conflict, not only between law and disorder, but also within his own heart, torn between his quest for justice and the violent means he often must employ to achieve it. Zatoichi enters a small rural town, with his cane, his unassuming demeanor, and his sharp senses all serving to disguise his true nature. At first glance, he appears to be just another wanderer, his blindness masking the deadly skill that lies beneath. However, his keen hearing, instinctive understanding of human nature, and his mastery of the katana make him a figure to be reckoned with. Zatoichi, though a humble master by trade, is also a man with a troubled past. His blindness, a result of a childhood injury, has led him to adopt a unique approach to life. Despite his disability, he is a highly skilled swordsman, capable of taking down even the fiercest of adversaries with his katana. His blindness is not a hindrance. It is a tool, an extension of his heightened senses. As Zatoichi arrives in town, he quickly finds himself at the center of a brewing conflict between the yakuza and the local citizens. The yakuza, corrupt and ruthless, have oppressed the villagers for too long, and Zatoichi, whether by choice or by fate, becomes embroiled in their struggle. The core of the Tale of Zatoichi lies in the character of Zatoichi himself. He is a man of contradictions. Though blind, he is not helpless. Despite the way he is often treated by others, he has an inner strength and a moral code that drives his actions. He is a man who seeks peace and justice, but he is also one who can kill without hesitation when the situation demands it. Zatoichi's blindness is both a curse and a blessing. His other senses are extraordinarily heightened, allowing him to hear the faintest of sounds and detect subtle movements in his environment. This gives him an almost supernatural ability to fight, as he can anticipate his enemies' moves before they make them. He may not see, but he perceives the world around him with an intensity that far surpasses that of a typical man. At his core, Zatoichi is a tragic figure. He is a man constantly at odds with his own actions, his desire for justice often requiring him to commit violent acts. He is a loner, a wanderer, never staying in one place for too long. His blindness makes him an outsider, but it also gives him a unique perspective on the world. In the Tale of Zatoichi, the villains are just as complex and compelling as the protagonist. The yakuza, led by a powerful gang boss, represent the corruption and oppression that plague the town. These criminals are ruthless, manipulating the local population for their own gain. However, what makes them so dangerous is not just their power, but their ability to deceive and manipulate. In addition to the yakuza, the film introduces us to other antagonistic figures, people with their own motivations, often crossing paths with Zatoichi. These characters help to reveal Zatoichi's own vulnerabilities and highlight the moral complexities of his world. Unlike typical villains in action films, the antagonists in the Tale of Zatoichi are multifaceted, with their own struggles and desires. At the heart of the film is the inevitable confrontation between Zatoichi and the forces of evil. This culminates in an intense and thrilling duel that showcases the mastery of Zatoichi's swordsmanship. The duel is not just a physical battle, it is a battle of ideologies, where Zatoichi must confront the dark forces of the Yakuza and, ultimately, confront his own soul. Zatoichi, despite his disability, uses his remarkable senses to navigate the fight. His sword is an extension of his will, and his ability to hear his opponent's breathing, footsteps, and movements gives him an edge in battle. This scene is one of the defining moments in the film, a testament to Zatoichi's strength and determination. The Tale of Zatoichi explores several deep and complex themes, including honor, justice, and the human condition. Throughout the film, Zatoichi grapples with his role in the world, questioning whether his violent actions are justified or whether they only contribute to the cycle of vengeance and suffering. The film also explores the theme of isolation. Despite his abilities, Zatoichi is a man who walks alone, separated from society by his blindness. His journey is one of self-discovery, as he searches for a sense of peace and redemption amidst the violence and chaos surrounding him. The Tale of Zatoichi is not just a story of a blind swordsman, it is a cornerstone of Japanese cinema. The film's success led to a series of sequels, television shows, and remakes, solidifying Zatoichi's place in popular culture. It is a film that has influenced generations of filmmakers and has inspired countless characters in both Eastern and Western cinema. The Tale of Zatoichi is a masterpiece of cinema, blending action, drama, and deep philosophical themes into a single narrative. It is a film that explores the complexities of justice and morality, while telling the story of a man who, despite his blindness, sees the world with remarkable clarity. Zatoichi is not just a blind swordsman. He is a symbol of resilience, honor, and the eternal struggle between good and evil. This 1962 film set the stage for a legendary franchise and remains one of the greatest action films of all time. Its impact continues to be felt, and Zatoichi's legacy endures, reminding us all of the power of cinema to tell stories that transcend time and place. Whether you're a fan of classic Japanese cinema or a newcomer to Zatoichi's world, The Tale of Zatoichi offers a thrilling, thoughtful, and unforgettable cinematic experience.